V Gates. Actually, they don't say V Gates in Switzerland because I'm finding out I knew Switzerland had 4 different areas. One that spoke Italian, one that spoke German, one that spoke French, and it speaks this kind of Latin dialect. Yes, I am still sick. And I thought it was like zones. No, like you are in one village, and villages are very closely located to each other in Switzerland. I mean, literally, the next village is only 3 kilometers down the road. So that village will speak German, and the next village will speak French, and the next village will speak Italian, and the next one speaks that weird-ass Latin thing. And frankly, I only got so much German and Spanish, and I'm like, I've given up. I just started speaking German in Switzerland. I'm like, fuck you guys. It's like, come on, everyone should know German. And you know what they all know? English. So that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about today. Today, we have a video request. And I am still sick, but not as bad as I was before. And it is anonymous. I'm doing it out here because they have kids where I'm crashing, and he's loud. Okay. Long-time fan, first-time client. I know you like questions brief. I will be starting medicine residency soon, so I can sort of relate. So here's the situation. I ran into a girl at the gym the other day. She's an ex of one of my best friends. So I said hi out of politeness. She decided to engage me in a conversation about her life. Soon the conversation turned into feminism, the wage gap, the patriarchy, and all the other bullshit that I'm sure you know about. Yes, because that's what religious people do. And understand that that's what feminism is. It really is a religion. It's like a Jehovah's Witness. They can only go so long before talking about it. Oh, which is kind of like me. I shouldn't pick on it, but I will. But it's like me. You're going to talk to me for like 5 minutes max, and then we're going to talk about rumplements or economics. She countered by saying that feminism is fighting for men's rights as well, so she's not familiar with actually what feminism functionally is. As an example, she says that family courts awarding custody to females 90% of the time is an example of male inferiority when it comes to raising children. Okay. That's a little bit sexist right there, but alright. Also, the fact that women get lighter sentences is because the patriarchy, assuming that men are more dangerous. And feminism is apparently trying to change all that. Oh, really? Okay. Could have sworn me with this, he said, she, no, what was it? Yes means yes thing? Anyway. After that, I excused myself by telling her that I had to wake up at 5 a.m. the next morning. Good call. The next day, she sent me a whole article on Facebook with all these bullshit points. I naturally ignored her. I wanted to give her the response you gave to those who participated in the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, but I said to be civil. Good. It's not worth picking a fight. As much as I hate feminism, her words seem to have a tiny bit of merit. So I'd like to know your opinions on this. Specifically, how would you argue against this? Here's one, they don't. They really don't have any merit. And there's... You're taking the individual versus the cause, and what you got to do is say, hey, dumbass, you're advocating, you claim to support feminism, but have you seen what your sisters have got planned, what the people in charge of feminism have in mind? So that's one aspect. So I think she is actually, like a lot of young ladies, I'm presuming she's younger, she is very ignorant about what real feminism is about. What is it, respectively? A tiny bit of merit. Secondly, tiny bit of merit? No, there is no merit. There really isn't. I don't know. It's summarized in there is no wage gap, there's an effort gap. What feminism has become is very much, this is not the same, let's just be truthful, is very much like the black community with their victimization, or minority community, we could say Asians, Hispanics, whatever, any non-white male community. Oh, boo-hoo, oh, we're oppressed, give us money. And that's really what this is. It's a money-making operation. It's political, it's socialism, but they're using color, gender, sexual preference, religion, whatever, to extract money. So there really is no merit. If it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, swims like a duck, it's a duck. And that's truly what it is. Is the equal treatment of women noble and called for and just? Yes, absolutely. But don't listen to the words coming out of their mouth. Look at how they're acting. And then you'll be like, oh, that's what we're dealing with. So there is no merit. How would you argue against it? Frankly, you can't, because you're not dealing look, let's say you and I were to have an argument about something. We could have an argument about anything. I could have an argument with anyone as long as they're intellectually honest. There will be progress. And you might convince me I'm wrong. I might convince you're wrong, because between you and me, if we're intellectually honest, we really just care about the truth. You are talking to someone who is political, or, you could also say religious, a zealot. And the definition... Oh, almost killed the mosquito. The definition of a zealot is someone who doesn't give a shit about reality and only cares about their cause, right? Your radical Muslims blowing up shit. They don't fucking believe in fucking Allah. They really don't. They just want an excuse to go fucking be heroic and do all this other shit and claim that they're superior to other people. The Nazis, fucking, oh yeah, Jews are all of our fucking problems. Really? Really? Or you leftists, it's George Bush. He's to fucking blame. The dude nailed to the cross. Yeah, I can commit all the sin in the world and treat people like shit because that guy who was nailed to the cross will forgive me. Again, look at functionality, not the words coming out of their mouth. You can't argue against people who are intellectually dishonest. So when you're arguing with a zealot or an ideologue, I'm going to set this down because I'm done with it. Excuse me. There is no arguing. It's like, how do I kill a rhino with a Nerf dart gun? You don't. There is none of it, because that's not even analogous. Since they have no desire, this girl in particular has no desire, to be honest, to do the research, to get to the bottom of things. You're arguing with someone who uses that as a means to fill some other kind of void in their life. And, oh, look, I'm a feminist. And what gives it away, I'm not saying that they're all like this, but what gave it away is that within 5 minutes she's talking about it. Like, because that's her soul, that's her badge, that's her credentials. It's like talking to these college graduates. They're dumber than fuck. They majored in worthless shit. But that's the only fucking thing they've done with their lives. They're 22 years old. They're fucking losers. They're in like, I got 4.0 with a degree in anthropology. Fuck you. That doesn't mean shit. But you tell them that, holy shit, that's the only thing they got going on in their lives, and it's the same thing. If you go up to a radical Muslim, say, fuck Muhammad doesn't, or Muhammad did exist. You could say Muhammad doesn't. Who's the dude? You could say to a Muslim, let's say radical Muslims or zealot, like any religious. Go to a radical Muslim and say Allah doesn't exist. Go to fundamental Christians and say God doesn't exist. Oh, look at them get their tits in a sling. Holy shit. I mean, and go to a feminist and say men like skinny hot chick. Oh my God. Because you're attacking what is really nothing more than a person of no value on the false God thing that gives them, in their mind, value. It doesn't have any real value, but it's the only thing they got, and it's the only thing shielding them from admitting they're pretty fucking pathetic people. So you're not going to win, because she has no intention of being intellectually honest, discussing with you in a rational, calm manner about feminism and men's rights and all that other shit. I'm trying to think. I'd like to think of something, but I'm not. I try to be intellectually honest. I don't pray false gods. I don't worship false gods. I want to be realistic. So there's no point. The only way to win the game is not to play from war games. So there's tactics. Got him. There's tactics you can use. I always like the betting tactic. If she's hot, you could have a little fun with her. Do the betting tactic. Say, hey, but if she's a feminist, now, God almighty, you got to worry about, she's like, well, I don't know. I mean, they can always claim false rape. I mean, it's scary. It's a goddamn landmine or a minefield. So, but if she's hot, and I guess if you filmed it and you said, hey, I bet you're wrong about something that could be proved empirically. I bet you a blowjob that you're wrong on this, and you're right, because unlike her, you actually studied your fucking shit, you looked it up, for a fact. You don't argue off of feelings or emotion or theology. You argue from empiricism and data and facts. You could have it fun, and that might convince her. After she's smoking her cigarette, after you gave it to her, she might be like, okay. A lot of it's true, a lot of feminists, self-claimed feminists. There's a gal, I've told this story before, where she comes walking in, she saw the gun on my desk. Wait, you have a gun? And we didn't even have sex. It was just She picked it up. It was like fucking cool. She's like, oh, this is cool. I really like guns. I was like, so sometimes the defense is really that thin. But guns is one thing. Feminism, that gets deep down in the frontal lobe or the medulla or whatever the hell it's called. So, yeah, I would say you don't want to rock the boat. Just, if you don't want to get into a debate, and it's like, fine. You dodge. You don't have to hang out with her. Don't waste your time with her anymore. That's cool. If you want to nail her, the betting tactic's pretty good. Look it up. I got it on YouTube. It's called The Betting Tactic. Or maybe I wrote it. I don't know. It's somewhere out there. But otherwise, yeah, you're not going to convince this girl. You just aren't. It's only going to be... The only time I've seen feminists be converted is, like, once they have kids, and they're like, holy shit, oh, there's something other in this world than me, and oh, God, I got to... Like, when they have a real challenge, and, mom and dad don't bail them out, or hubby, you usually find a really strong man that comes in and says, yeah, we're done with that leftist fucking bullshit, because here's my property tax bill, and we don't have any kids in schools, and if you like that, you're going to fucking work. So there's a way to do it, but that's only if you have like a long-term romantic interest or short-term sexual interest. The intellectual interest of it, is it worth it? You got other shit to do, man. You're in med school. You don't got time. Just, I don't know. If you really if you want revenge, you want to prove her wrong, betting tech is about as quick as you can go. So, anyway, hope that helped. Maintain your sanity. You're in medical school. I mean, you ain't got time for fucking bullshit. You could always come back, but don't think it's like, I got to get this one, because for every one of her, there's thousands, man. There's fucking thousands. And why waste your time trying to teach them harsh realities of life when real life, the harsh realities of life, will teach them those lessons on their own, as they're stereotypically working as the barista with the women's studies degree. So that's all we got. Hopefully that kind of helps. And as always, if any of you have a question that you want to send the captain, and you're willing to pay for my time to put the video together, or send you the email giving you guidance, wisdom, or answering a question, you can go to Asshole Consulting, www.assholeconsulting.com, and send this video to feminists. They would really get pissed off. Toodles.